If you feel like your income hit a plateau and nothing is working, keep on watching this video because by the time you're done, you're going to have 3 specific steps to implement into your life to open yourself up to receiving more money in your business. What's going on? My name is George Wohar and I help entrepreneurs bring their businesses to the multi-6 and 7-figure range by busting through the invisible barriers, mental barriers that are holding them back. So if you feel like your income's stuck right now, maybe you're working hard, working your butt off to get it to that next place, but nothing is working, the business strategies, the business tactics, there's a reason for that. You have a block right now that's keeping you stuck. And maybe you've gotten your business and your income to a certain point, because I know I've been there many times, where it gets up to a certain point and like you feel great about it, and then it dips back down. And it goes up and it dips back down, and it stays at that dip for a period of time. There's a reason for this. And when you understand how to bust through, you open yourself up to the abundance that's out there waiting for you. So why are you stuck right now? Number one is look at your relationship with money. Look at the way that you handle money. Look at the way that you are with money. Look at your beliefs and thought process around money. I'm going to give you an example from my end. I would work really hard to make money, force, effort and force, and I would sedate this money through all my force, through all my effort. And then once I got the money, I would hoard it and I would trap it and I wouldn't use it for anything else. And I would just store it in my bank account. Then I'd work really hard to get some more money and I'd store it and hoard it in my bank account. Your relationship with money gets to be looked at the same way as your relationship with your partner, with your relationship with your girlfriend, with your relationship with your boyfriend. It gets to be looked at that same exact way because money is energy. Money is a frequency. So let's say you ignore money, you bring it in, you're mad at it when you don't have it, you feel good about it when you do have it, but when you do have it, maybe you hoard it and you keep it trapped, or maybe you just fruitlessly spend it. If you acted the way that you are acting with money right now, if you are in a relationship with your partner, how would that relationship be? If you do not have a powerful relationship with money, as crazy as this may sound to you, if you're not experienced with this type of talk and this type of conversation with money and being energy and frequency, if you do not have a relationship with money and it is not a good relationship, it is going to be hard for you to bring it in. And you're making it harder on yourself. Just like if you were in a relationship, you got her here and then you treat her like shit and then she runs away and you got to get her back and you keep bringing her back. You keep seducing her to come back, but then you're trapping her and she doesn't want to be there. What is your relationship to money? What are your beliefs around money? I myself had a relationship where I hoarded the money and I got to look at my life and look at why. It was simply because when I was younger, I saw my father fruitlessly spending his money, just spending it and blowing it every time he got it. It was like burned a hole in his pocket and his life was pretty chaotic. He was on drugs, he was going in and out of jail, like his life was chaotic. And I saw my mom holding on to her money, not spending it, holding on to it. The reason she was doing that though, as I allowed myself to get clear and actually look at my childhood self and go back into this and my belief system, I realized my mom was holding on to her money because she was making $15 an hour raising 2 kids. But I believe that was the right way because she was a responsible parent. So I believe that was the right way to go about it. So as I started making money, I started holding it and hoarding it and holding on to it. And my income, 21 years old, $25,000 plus, and then it started to dip down. And then I burned down that business and said, screw it. Simply because I didn't have a good relationship with money. I was acting in accordance to the way that I didn't be. So how are you acting with money right now? What is your relationship with money? And what are your beliefs around money that are causing that? And what caused those beliefs? Now, there's a lot in there. We go way deeper into this inside of our Power and Purpose Accelerator. And if you're an entrepreneur, an established entrepreneur, and you're looking to build your business to the multi-6 and 7-figure range, you can click on the link in the description to set up a 10-minute strategy call, a consult call with myself or someone on the team to help you get clear what's keeping you stuck and to get you to the next level and see what those next steps are for you. Now, let's get into number 2. Number 2 is get clear. How much money do you desire to have in your life? How much money do you desire to be making monthly? What is that clear number for yourself? If you don't have a clear number and you don't put that out there into the universe and you don't allow yourself for your mind to focus on that, and you can't break it down in your business, I have to do this and this to get there, chances are you won't make that money because you're not clear about it. And once you do start to get clear with it, You get to normalize it in your mind. It gets to become this thing that your subconscious mind takes in as it has already happened. By doing this, you're going to find yourself habitually and naturally taking the action steps that you know you should be taking to get there. Your mind's going to open up to all the opportunities that are currently in your life that are aligned with what you're doing to bring that money into your life. Your reticular activating system is going to turn on, and you're going to start to attract things because you're getting yourself on that frequency. You're reprogramming your mind, helping it understand, putting it in the positive present tense. Let's say $60,000. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $60,000 plus per month every month. And repeating this to yourself and writing it down and reprogramming your mind with this. Instead of allowing your current results to dictate where you are, let's get clear on what it is that you desire and let that control your mind. Let that control your actions. Let that become your identity that you're stepping into and who it is that you are. And you start to make the choices in accordance to that. You act and attract in accordance to that. So number 2 is get clear on what that number is for yourself and begin to normalize it in your mind. And number 3, we're going to get very practical for you here. It's going to take a whole loop. Number 3 is create systems. There have been things that you've done in your business that has worked. There has been things that has worked, right? No matter what it is that got you to a certain point in your income in your business. Chances are you stopped doing those things because you sabotaged yourself, because your identity wasn't aligned with that amount of money. You hit your ceiling and you went back down. What are those things that you did? Now let's start to create systems around them. Because when your identity starts to kick in, and if you don't reprogram your identity to its fullest capacity and you start to sabotage again, if you have systems around it, what's going to happen? Instead of you stopping it and moving on to something new, you have systems, you bring someone on board on your team to delegate it to, whether it be a virtual assistant or someone else. And if you want a free virtual assistant training, comment virtual assistant down in the comments down below and I'll make sure we send it your way. Or whoever that is, they will continue to produce and do the work on the systems. Now, once you create the systems, what do you get to start to do? You get to add the next system and the next strategy onto it. Now, what happens as entrepreneurs if we're not creating systems around the action steps that we're taking? You'll start to do something that works and you'll take action on it, you'll implement it, you'll do it, and then you'll move on to something else, a new strategy that you think may work even better. You stop that strategy and you do this one. Now this one starts to work, but then you look at your income. This was my case anyway. You look at your income and you're making the same amount of money. The only thing is you stop this one to do this one, and then you stop another one to do another one. Instead of doing that, let's create the income and have it continuously coming in through the first system that we're using, through the first technique or strategy that you're implementing. Create a system around it. Now you add something else on top of it. For me, for example, what we're adding now to our systems and to our business is YouTube ads. Now we're bringing this on. I'm not ending everything else though. I'm continuously doing what I'm doing. I created systems around it. I have my employees now implementing it. Now what happens is we bring another system on board and we allow the business to grow over and over and over again and continuously hitting new levels and new incomes. The sedation, the self-sabotage, your identity may not be allowing you to do that right now, but allow yourself to see and feel yourself as that CEO that you desire to be, with the team, with the systems on board, making X amount of dollars when you establish that, how much money you desire to be making, and you'll find yourself taking those action steps in accordance to that. Again, we can do a 10-minute call. We're talking to entrepreneurs who you have an established business and you're making money in your business right now and you're looking to take your business to the multi-6 and 7-figure point. If that is you, we help you break through and bust past those mental barriers, those quote-unquote invisible barriers that are currently holding you back right now. 10-minute strategy call. You can click on the link in the description to sign up for that. Now, to go back over the 3 steps, number 1 is why. Get clear on the beliefs that are holding you back, the identity that is keeping you stuck, and recreate the beliefs and identity so you can skyrocket and become the version of yourself that you desire to be to achieve the results. Number 2 is then get clear and normalize it. Get clear on the amount of money you desire to be bringing in and normalize that in your mind. And number 3 is create systems. Create working systems and then delegate. Delegate after you create the systems, and then you can stack new systems on top. Comment down below with which one you know that you are definitely going to implement, which one stood out to you the most, which one of the steps. And if you're still here, make sure to subscribe because we've got a lot more videos coming your way like this. Make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell because we're bringing out videos 2 times per week. And if you're looking to schedule that 10-minute call, you can click on the link in the description. You'll talk to me or someone else on the team to help you get clear on what's holding you back and see if you're possibly a good fit to step with us inside of the Power and Purpose Accelerator to break through the barriers, continuously grow, and continuously expand with that new identity that you establish for yourself. My name is George Wohar. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Let's get it done.